Adi, when asked about the battle of the 83s, openly said, I'm looking past the battle and I'm looking towards the overall. As Emil Krastev, speaking of battles, 295, a rematch once again with Gustav Hedlund. These two gentlemen, arch rivals, and look at that double bicep in the back. Emil, one deadlift away from the world title. Emil, ever so close to being the king of the 93s, has another opportunity here today as Gustav Hedlund returns, and Emil's looking to make a statement and right that wrong.
And that must have really stung, the winning deadlift just springing out of his hands. Oh wow, that was easy
work, I agree.
Three white lights, good lift today.
You know, judging by the way that second squat moved, it looks like he's staying to the game plan. You come in with the game plan, the excitement hits you, and oftentimes you veer off of that path. But Ade, so far, sticking to it as Emil Krastev walks onto the platform. 310 kilos for Emil. Also a 15-kilo jump.
Emil's a great all-rounder. Of course, he's got a big bench. And we know he can fight at the front. He was so close to winning in Lithuania. And of course, been to Sheffield once before, but was injured, didn't do so well. Yeah, I hesitated because I wasn't sure of the depth, and he did get a call from the side referee.
2-1 for Emil. And he goes 2. Or was that more a look of surprise? My goodness, I thought that was there. That should be there given my prep. Either way, that's a bit of a shocker.
Yeah, that'll really put a crimp in his plans now.
Emil Krastev, 317.5. Emil has previously hit 312.5. A personal best for Emil. And if you remember, back at the World Championships in Lithuania, pacing himself to win the world title, had the world title in hands right up to the final deadlift. Just that lockout, missed it. If he hits this, looking like he's pacing even greater than that total. Might he upset the reigning world champion, Gustav Hedlund?
Maybe so, popping up above 900 kilos.
3 for 3, and Emil threatening Gustav Hedlund. 2024 was the year's Gustav. Emil has faced Gustav at the World Championships and defeated him head-to-head. He's more than capable. Can he live up here at Sheffield? 227.5 for his opener.
He takes big jumps too.
At the World Championships, he opened with 225 and finished just an inch away from the world title. He's opening bigger than that today. He's applying pressure on Gustav. What do you think, Joe?
I thought it was really odd. Did it stick to his singlet and it came up? I couldn't quite make out what happened there. I glanced away from the screen and looked back and I couldn't quite make out what I was seeing.
If he comes off and said, I think it's stuck to my singlet, that's an excuse I haven't heard. $237.5 was his previous personal best.
I think he's been into the 240s in training though.
Toe to toe in the 93 kilo class. Neither one of them missing.
Yeah, Emil 2.5 kilos ahead at this point.
Race as these men jog side by side to the finish line.
So that forecast is if Emil makes this lift.
And Gustav with a monster deadlift. He's got to cover some ground. Emil needs this to keep the pressure and force Gustav to load up more than he can handle on the deadlift. Talk about living up to the hype.
And no, so it's neck and neck again.
It's still neck and neck. It's still anybody's battle. And there it is, 601 pounds, 270. And you see the battle of the 93s, ever so close between Gustav Hedlund and Emil. Once they hit their openers, just 2.5 kilos separate them. Smooth opener for Emil.
Nice and easy, gives him somewhere to move up to.
Yeah, it seems relatively indifferent.
What have you got left today, right now?
Emil Krastev is loaded 355 on the bar.
Emil Krastev, 355. This will give him 907.5. The world record as it stands coming into the event, 901 by Gavin Aiden. It'll move him into the top 5 overall. And what a battle the 93s are putting on.
That was a nice pull. And you better believe he's been doing some grip work.
You know what?
Oh, wow.
I was hesitant to say anything, Joe, because the lockout kilo jump.
Yeah, I made the mistake of looking away from the screen and watching the stage all the way out there, and it looked fine from a distance.
Again, the lockout, very difficult to judge on the front view,
Yeah.
but which Gustav just said at 9:15. Forecasted place will be second.
At 365 kilos for Emil Krastev of Bulgaria.
No, that'll be.
This is a big ask for Emil, but why not have a go? Why not give it a try?
Oh, it's a huge pull, but does he get the shoulders back, Joe?
I think so. I think he got there in the end.
Oh, 2-1 it is.
2-1.
Emil Krastev nudges past Gustav Hedlund in the battle of the 93s and pushes himself up the rankings.
With only 3 lifts remaining.
Forecast into second with Emil in third. Now this is if everybody hits their final pulls.
Yeah.
Absolutely for sure. When you've got guys pulling stuff like this,
We could also have some attempt changes. Looks like the jury's discussing, and I think it's going to